This is a 30-minute restorative yoga with props for a full body self-care class. Welcome or welcome back. I'm Caren, and in this practice, we will focus on calming the mind, releasing tension in the body through a little bit of movement, and then a lot of restorative yoga poses. You're just going to need a bolster and up to 4 blankets for this practice. And let's begin in cow and cat on the mat. So coming to your hands and your knees, spread your fingers wide, tuck your toes under, and then relax the soles of the feet. Now, as you inhale, tilt the tailbone first, then drop the belly. The shoulder blades move away from the ears and hug together. The head lifts. Then exhale and release from the crown. Then the shoulder blades, mid-back, navel moves up, tailbone tilts under. Starting from the tail, inhale, flow like a wave up the spine to the crown. Then exhale, relax from the crown all the way down to the spine. Allow this movement to match up with your breath. So whether the breath is full or shallow, no judgment about the breath, just meet it where it's at and match the pace of the movement to that. In this way, we're greeting the energy that you're starting with. Welcoming yourself here to the mat and knowing that we don't need to shift or change anything, that you're not broken, you don't need to be fixed. We're here to remember the calm, unchanging, still space within. The space that we connect to when we get still. But first we need to move generally in order to allow the energy to settle more naturally so that we can come into a space of stillness. Complete one more round, ending with the arch of your spine. And then come into neutral. Widen your knees, bring your toes closer to one another, and sink back into a child's pose. Extend your arms in front of you, and then move the hands over to the right. Both of the arms reach to the right, side bending into the left side body, feeling the left rib cage expand. Release your head down and breathe into that whole left side. Relax the neck, the tongue, and the face. Now move your hands back through to center. One breath in here, noticing the difference between the right and the left halves of the body, and one breath out. And then move your hands over to the left side. This time, stretch through the right arm, the right rib cage, breathing in and out of that space, relaxing the head, relaxing the jaw. Letting the legs be heavy and stable as you breathe into the right side. Now inhale and bring the arms back into center. One full breath in and out, resting the forehead, if possible, to the floor. Inhale and press yourself back up through table so you can reach for your bolster. Coming into our first restorative yoga pose, we'll take the bolster widthwise across one part of the mat. Grab a blanket and unfold it so it's at least as wide as the mat, if not thinner, and place that at one end for your head, smoothing out any wrinkles. You might like to keep an eye pillow handy, or if you have a washcloth, you can use that too. And then turn around to sit on top of the bolster, moving into supported bridge pose. The final thing that we're going to use here is another blanket on top of the knees. So grab another blanket here. Open it up so it's about the same width as the blanket you used for your head. And with the knees separated and the toes pointing straight forward, just drop that blanket on top of both knees. Then lower down onto your back. The shoulder blades touch the mat, and the head rests on the edge of the blanket. Opening the arms to a V with the palms up. You could choose to simply close your eyes here, or you can take that eye covering to your eyes now. The blanket is here to provide a sense of grounding and perhaps also a sense of keeping the knees slightly apart but together. If that doesn't feel comfortable for you for whatever reason, you don't have to have the blanket on your knees. Make any other adjustments so that your low back feels completely safe and held by the bolster. The shoulder blades are heavy, but the back of the neck is relaxed. And touch all of the fingertips in toward the thumb. All of the fingertips meet with the thumb pushing gently into the center of all of the fingertips. This is Samana Mudra. It's a hand gesture of assimilation. When you think about everything we consume each day, whether that is food or the news, emotions, events, there are so many things coming in through our senses, the way that we experience the world through the sensory organs. And all of it comes into us. And whether or not and what we choose to bring in or to release, to digest, that's the process of assimilation. So noticing your fingertips meeting here gently. Let's make a light intention together to receive what we need from this practice. To digest and receive and integrate what we need. No matter what that is for you, only your heart knows that. Let's just intend for that to arise here during this time. Now release the fingertips and let the hands naturally curl. Softening all tension in the forearms, elbows, and shoulders. Allow yourself to grow heavy. I'll leave periods of silence throughout this practice so that you can really tune into just you without any distractions. And I'll always bring you out, so trust that you'll hear that and allow yourself to rest now. Invite a more full breath into your whole body. And as you breathe out, wiggle into your fingers. Move into the feet just so you can feel them again on the floor. And bring your hands closer to your bolster. Engage through your legs just enough so you can lift and scoot the bolster forward, setting your pelvis back to the floor. Keep going with the bolster as you extend your legs long, letting your knees relax, letting the blanket soften. Then pulling your knees inward, you can move the blanket off to the side. Roll to one side of your choice. And press yourself up. As you come up sideways, we will turn the bolster lengthwise across one part of the mat, transitioning into a supported spinal twist. The blanket that you used for your head, let's fold that over one time and possibly even another time, making a double square fold. If you're unfamiliar with blanket folds, you can find all the details in my Restorative Yoga book. Make sure that you are sitting on your left hip to start. We'll twist on the left, then we'll twist on the right. And allow your legs to come down at these 45-degree angles with the top shin resting on the bottom ankle. Take the blanket and place it right in that spot. Ensure that this feels comfortable, supported as you twist toward the bolster with both hands planted. Find the waist twisting, just a gentle twist here. An in-breath, and then a breath out to lower down. Turn the cheek here to the same direction of your knees and walk your hands forward, resting through the elbows and the hands. Release any grip in the legs and readjust the legs as you need, and perhaps close your eyes. Once again, allow the whole body here to become soft and relaxed. So you can move your attention through the whole body, noticing where tension collects. It could be in the joints. Often it's in the face. Smooth out any creases in your forehead. Soften the corners of the mouth. And let go of the tongue and the jaw. You have full permission to just be here. Just this is enough. Allow yourself to be held by that thought that this is more than enough for right now. Slowly move your hands closer in toward your shoulders. And use your palms and forearms to lift up sideways. Take your time. Unwinding from the twist, you'll simply turn around to the other hip, repeating on the other hip. Place the blanket in between the legs. Twist open first toward the bolster, and then lower down on your exhale, keeping that gentle twist, gazing in the same direction as your knees. Walk the arms forward so the armpits and elbows are heavy and soft. And again, relax all of those spaces with hidden tension, like the face, the legs, any other places that you notice. Use a few breaths now to soften. Slowly transition out, arms in, then body rises. Unwinding the twist, turn away from the bolster, move the blanket out from the legs, bend the knees and place the feet as wide as the mat, just leaning back comfortably, holding yourself with your hands. Drop your legs over to the right, lift up and drop to the left. Just a few times going back and forth, pivoting on the sides of the feet. Letting your breath be full and soft. After you complete this last time, over to the left or the right, lifting back up. Let's come into any comfortable seat so that you can set up for supported reclining bound angle. So you've got the bolster here lengthwise, keep that. Grab that blanket you were using for your feet. It's likely at a small, thick fold, and use that to place at the back of the bolster. This will be a lift for the head. Then grab 2 other blankets and turn them into rolled blankets to support the legs. Opening them up as wide as the mat, take the short side and roll it up. Place one on the right. Do the same here for another blanket to place on the left. Take your eye pillow if you'd like to use it. We'll cover the eyes. And the 4th blanket, if you have one, is going to be used over top of the abdomen and the legs. So I'll add that last so you can see where we're going. You'll take the soles of the feet together, bringing yourself close up to the bolster, maybe all the way, maybe halfway. Make a nice diamond shape here and place those blanket rolls under the shins and upper calves. That way the knees will be quite high and the legs will be relaxed. We don't want to feel a deep stretch here. We want the body to relax and release tension, not create more tension. Then you can open up the blanket as much as you want. If you want to bring it over your whole body, great, to keep warm. If you'd just like it over top of the legs and the abdomen for a feeling of security and coziness, do that. And then lower down onto the bolster. Relax your head on the edge of the blanket and open your arms after placing your eye covering. Open your arms to a V with the palms up. You can also just choose to close your eyes if you're not covering them. Make any final adjustments here so that there's no ache in your low back, there's no ache in your neck. You can experiment with scooting farther away or closer to the bolster, adding more or less under your head. Let's welcome this shape with a bit of fuller breath. So breathing all the way out, maybe through the mouth with a soft sigh. Feel first as though you're breathing in through the abdomen and then the chest. Now breathe out from the abdomen first and then the chest. Breathing in from the abdomen, then the chest rises. Now breathing out from the abdomen, it falls, then the chest falls. Go at your own pace here, taking your time for complete breathing. And encourage every exhale to fully let go. So you feel an emptiness, not only in the abdomen, but an emptiness in the arms and the upper body. A willingness to let go more and more into the support of the earth. Practice without struggle or strain. Just breathing within your own capacity here. Take one more round of complete breathing. And then relax the technique and let the body breathe itself. Let go even more. Notice the breath in the nostrils. Notice it pass over the upper lip. Notice the feeling of breath in the center of the chest. From that space, begin to breathe a bit more fully, finding gentle movement, whether that's fingers or toes, gentle stretches. If you have something covering your eyes, set it to the side. Reaching your arms down to help your legs. Support the legs as they come up and in. Setting blankets maybe off to the side or just letting it rest on top of the legs. Use your forearms here to press into the floor, tuck your chin in, and start to rise up to a seat. You can extend your legs long as you do that. And now if you have a blanket over your body, set that to the side. Take the 2 rolled blankets and set those to the side. Turn around to face your bolster and we'll turn it, setting up for a basic relaxation pose. So grab the blanket you used for your head, unfold that one time, place it at the other side of your mat, turn the bolster widthwise, keep your eye covering near the blanket, and take one of your blankets, opening it up to the width of the mat. Now take the long side and roll it up into a long rolled blanket. This will be for the ankles. Swing your legs on top of the bolster. Ankles on top of the blanket. You are welcome to use another blanket and place that over top of your abdomen, or again, your whole body here, putting it over your feet and pulling it with you as you lie down. Rest your head on the blanket and place your eye covering if you like. Open your arms to a V with the palms up. Spread the legs wide, the arms wide, and truly take up space here. Eye covering is nice if you like, or just close the eyes. Gently let the lids rest one on top of the other. Let's take a deep sigh to settle in. So inhale now, and sigh out the mouth. Close the lips. Breathe in and out through the nose. And give yourself fully over to rest. Choose to welcome yourself back from rest. knowing you can always continue to stay here if you're able. But if now is the time to end the practice, make gentle movements into your limbs and stretch yourself however you like. Eventually, gather your knees inward. And roll over onto your side. Resting in a ball on your side, feel the body, sense the mind. Notice these qualities of calm, relaxation as you press yourself up to a seat. Any comfortable seat for you at this time. Bringing the palms together here at the heart in Anjali Mudra. Bow the chin slightly in and honor the time we spent together. Honoring as well all the realized beings who have brought the knowledge of yoga to us. Release the hands, open your eyes, and very slowly welcome yourself back into this space. Thank you so much for taking the time to practice with me. I really appreciate it. It's an honor. You can continue your practice with more restorative yoga on my website at CarenBaginski.com. And it always means a lot if you like this video. Leave a comment sharing how your practice went and subscribe to the channel. I'd love to practice with you again sometime soon.